Hello everyone, my name is Hoàng Thị Hồng Vân. I'm from class 10A1 Phan Bội Châu High School. Phan Bội Châu High School is located in Nam Dong Commune, Kuzu District, Đắk Nông Province. My school has more than 80 teachers and about 1,100 students. They are very friendly. Coming to this contest, I'm very excited to introduce to you a topic that I have learned about in a while and perhaps it's no longer too unfamiliar to everyone, especially in the educational environment today. In recent times, school violence has become a pressing societal problem in countries around the world. School violence is not a new phenomenon, but nowadays it increasingly exposes to danger, complexity, and becomes a concern of students, parents, education sector, and society as a whole. It takes place not only in urban areas, but also in rural areas, not only among boys, but also among girls. Not only does it cause negative impact on the relationship between student, teacher, and student, but also directly harm lives, health, spirits, learning attitude of students, teaching work, and school educational activities. The phenomenon of child abuse in school tends to increase both in number and severity according to statistics from the hotline of the Department of Child Protection and Care. The situations of child abuse and violence in school has increased 13 times compared to 10 years ago. According to the most recent data released by the Ministry of Education and Training in the school years, there are nearly 1,600 cases of students fighting inside and outside school. More worryingly, according to the Ministry of Public Security, more than 1,000 teenagers commit crime each month. Previously, homicide crime between the age of 30 and under 45 accounts for the highest number is in now down 34% compared to 41% of the group 18 under 13 years old. From 14 to under 18 years old account for 17%. So what is the school violence? School violence is violent, unruly, defiant, immoral, or aggressive behaviors, including verbal attacks, sexual violence, bullying, carrying weapons to oppress others, causing mental and physical harm. Those behaviors often occur within school in particular and in society in general. So, what is the cause of school violence? Here I would like to give the three most practical causes leading to the above incidents. Firstly, the schools, families, societies' coordinations in educating students is still lacking. When these behaviors rise, there are no prompt supervisions, guidance, and directions for their misconduct, which inevitably lead to their violent action. The second reason to mention is the society environment. The selfish, emotionless lifestyle of adults, conflicts, families, separations, toxic cultural products circulating publicly in society through the internet have had negative impacts on students. The third reason is that the roles of families in education of their children has many shortcomings, making it skilled for having to work and earn living, so many families do not care about their children. The consequences of school violence are extremely serious. First, it affects students. Students who suffer from violence, especially emotional violence and language violence, often feel hurt, depressed, anxious, lonely, scared, or anxious. The terrible experience can even hurt them for a lifetime through syndromes such as autism, depression, suicidal tendencies, and self-destruction. Another serious and worse consequence is that many cases of school violence took the lives of innocent students and has left disadvantage not only in terms of physical but also emotional pain for students and family. In particular, children who commit acts of violence from a young age are more likely to commit criminal acts more than other children when growing up. Therefore, nowadays, the age of crime among children are becoming younger and younger. The second consequence is that the school violence has best influence on family and society. Families' lives was disturbed traditional, cultural, and precious moral standard. Now, many students dare to talk back to their teacher, quarrel with parents, fight against friends. This happens quite often in school. The other serious consequence is to solutions prevent school violence, which is also the main purpose that I want to discuss today with students. Proactively practice life skills, be obedient and polite to grandparents, parents with teacher. Good observance of school rules. Stay away from violence, say no to violence. If you see a phenomenon of violence, you must promptly notify teacher or the school youth unions to detain and handle it in time. Learn to control emotions. Activities participate in voluntary activities organized by school to enhance children's kindness. For school and educational authorities, implement appropriate punishment and education for students who commit violence and give comfort to victims of violence in time. Propagandize longer ways to prevent school violence among teachers and students. For teachers, regularly care about students and supervise students to take best situations in their classroom, create a healthy learning and teaching environment, coordinate with families and schools to care and timely help disadvantaged students. For families, parents need to create the healthy and loving living environments for their children. They should build up a close relationship with their children to understand them better. Above is my presentation on the topic of school violence. I want to convey this message to everyone so that we will work together to improve violence. Students like us, parents and teachers will not forget. We will together build a civilized, creative, and fair education. Thank you for listening and goodbye.